morning, friends. Breakfast today is my 6-point smoothie. Oh my goodness, I need to wake up. It is not a smoothie. It is my overnight oats. I have half a cup of oatmeal in here, half a cup of 2% milk. I added strawberries and pineapple to it for the fruit. And I added a tablespoon of sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake pudding mix. And then I have a drizzle of a maple syrup in it. And boy, oh boy, is this delicious. This is very, very good. I'm going to, Miss Val suggested adding yogurt to it. I've done that before. I've added, and I just remembered it when you said that, Val. I used to add 2 tablespoons of Greek non-fat yogurt to bump up the protein some more. But let me know, Val, if you're watching this, how much yogurt do you put in yours? And then I have my second cup of coffee. It is with sugar-free French vanilla creamer. And this morning we woke up to -2, and now it is up to like 5 degrees. There's Miss Cali. And right now we're getting a little bit of snow. We're supposed to get only a ½ inch for the day. But this is really, really, really good. It was just like that cheesecake. I mean, the banana cream pie was good, but boy, that cheesecake just, I don't know, it makes it just really, really good. So, no great plans today. We're both going to stay in the house today. There is an online auction that goes down Tuesday, so later today I'll look at the stuff on there. Oh, and Joann's is having a big yarn sale, and I went and I looked on their site, and I could have it shipped to me. We have one that is about 30 minutes away from us. But when I looked up the yarns and everything, I want to do a temperature blanket in squares in the linen stitch. And so I found a pattern, and she used 12 colors. And then she had a white as her fill-in color for the months, and she just did like 33 rounds because, you know, not every month has the same amount, and that way some months will have more white than the other months, but that also gave it a final border to it. So I looked on Joann's site, and I could get their Premier yarns, and I only needed 1 skein of each. Premier yarns for less than $3. And then their Lion brand, and both of these are anti-pilling. Their Lion brand anti-pilling, I think I got it for less than $3. So what I did is I went on there last night, and I put a few in my cart, and I've heard that you can do this, and they will send you a coupon the next day too. So it's already up to 50% off on certain things. And then, so I put some things in my cart last night. And because I was still thinking about colors, what colors all go good together and stuff that I can assign temperatures to. And got up this morning, checked my emails like I always do. And sure enough, they said, oops, looks like you forgot something in your cart. Here's an additional 25% off. Well, hey, an additional 25% off. I'll really seriously look at this. So I went in there and I looked at 2, different combinations. So there was like 24. There was 12 of the Lion brand, 12 of the Premier yarns. And then I got 6 of the Lion brand white. So I got a lot of yarn. And I showed it to Mr. Jerry and saying, well, which combo do you like the best? And I was kind of leaning towards the Premier more than the Lion brand, because I told him, I says, I don't want to spend, it was less than $100, so I did good. I don't want to spend this money, you know, on both. And he goes, well, why wouldn't you? He says, you're getting everything basically for like $274, maybe $299. And then Joann's came back, and when I was in there looking at it, it says we will give you an additional 10% off of $75 or more, plus we will give you free shipping. So Mr. Jerry says, I would just get it all. I said, are you kidding me? I said, that's a lot of money to me. I get paid next Wednesday. So he said, if it was me, he said, I would get them all. And he says, because, you know, it did say it was not in the store, said this was out of the warehouse. So, yeah, y'all, I bought a bunch of yarn this morning. I think it was a little over $94 for all that yarn. So we'll see how soon I get it. But anyways, I just want to let you know that for breakfast, 6 points for this, my cup of coffee. Miss Cali's on the floor. She's snoozing away. I hope your day is a great one, and stay on track, my friends. We got this, and I will chit-chat with you later. Good afternoon, friends. I'm out in the sunroom and watching the little snowflakes fly and all the birdies and stuff, trying to get rid of my sinus headache. So I wanted to show you what I was talking about at breakfast time on that temperature blanket. Because this is basically, I'm on Pinterest. You can follow me on Pinterest. I'll try to remember to tell you where it is. But anyways, it looks like this. And as you can tell, the center blue is like day one of, let's say, January is one. And then, so you can do each row is whatever your high temp is for the day, and whatever colors you assigned with it. So basically it ends up being, oh shoot, I can't remember what she said now. It'll end up being a pretty good size quilt block because it is using a size J, and I think it's a 6mm. I'll have to wait and see when I get the yarns to see if I like a J or if I'll go down to a K. So, but anyway, so I have this saved in my Pinterest board, and it is by Yarn Crafts. So, let me see if I can get back. So this is who it's by. It is tlycblog.com, or under Pinterest, the crochet temperature blanket. And let me see if I can find it. where she actually shows. So this is hers that she's got all folded up. Let's see if she shows a picture. These were her colors. Now she did this in 2021, and that was her 3rd year. And she had used, excuse me, Cascade yarns. But this was her color palette that year. Right there. So that was her one block. Now they're all going to be different, and because it depends on your color that you choose. But this is what I was saying, that when you get your yarns, you assign whatever color to the degrees. So her coral cloud was if the temperatures got between 34 and 40 degrees, or her flint gray was 27 degrees and below, you know. And this is what she did, and she kept it wrote in a little notebook. Well, actually she did it on her iPad. She had one of them where you can write it out. I plan on, when I get my yarns picked out, the 12 that I want to use, and I will write on the ball band, you know, the degrees basically, and so that I'll know. But that right there was her color codes that you could see, and that way she could write down on her notebook, you know. She would do this once a week. So like on Sundays, let's say, she would sit there and she would look up, you know, that week's worth of 7 days worth of temperatures and write them down. And then next to the temperature, she would look at her schematic that said what color it was, and she would write that color out. And then she would pull those colors out, and then she would do one round of each. Now she carried her yarns, or she kept them hooked just in case, and she didn't, because she has a YouTube video on it too. But she didn't weave in any of her ends until the whole block was done. That might bug me a little bit, so I will probably have to, you know, sew them in as I go, or work them in, or, you know, after a little bit. So I just don't remember Pinterest being so ad oriented, but it is right now. So this is basically, she started out with this, and she said that when she got to February, she didn't like a color in there, and so she ended up ripping back January and February's, pulling that color out, and then finding something that went better, and that's why she shows her new colorway. But basically that is the block right there. And then she said what she did was she did 33 rounds to make all the blocks the same size, because that way, you know, January has 31 days, February usually has 28, but it's leap year. So that way they're all the same. And she used white on the YouTube video to make the borders so that they were all equal. So that's what I bought the yarn for. And of course, when it comes, I'll show you all the colors and everything. And then the other thing is I'm trying to get organized on gifts. So our grandson Landon plays basketball, he plays football, he plays baseball. I'm sure there's a blanket for baseball through this designer. But I'm going to start out with the basketball one first. So I was looking at the fabric requirements and everything, and he does love blues, so it takes like 10 fat quarters, and then I think it was 2 yards of the orange, and then the background fabric was like 2 1/4, something like that. So I think what I'll do is I will first see about getting a fat bundle, a fat quarter bundle of the blues that I like. And I'll order that because the orange I can get really anytime along with the black. And the backing, I usually don't buy backing until I get the quilt done. But I was thinking I would start this way. When I have it all bought, then I can put it all together in a storage container with his name on it, so I don't get overwhelmed this coming fall on, oh my gosh, you got all these to do. Now, he is almost, well, he is 6 foot, so if he takes after his daddy, he'll be 6'3". So I am going to do the twin, which is 66 by 82, because the throw is 50 by 66. And I know he's going to want it long. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to buy the material for this. And he's going to get this hopefully before Christmas, because I want to do him and his brother a football one for Christmas. And so that means I need to get crack-a-lackin' on this stuff. So I'm going to look this over and see what fabrics I need. I do like this combination right here. His brother Riker, I'll have to find out on colors, because, you know, he's very patriotic, and so I know I could do red, white, and blue, but I do a lot of red, white, and blue for him. I do know he likes purples, but I would have to figure out, these are paid for patterns, that's why I'm not showing you. It says the brown fabric I need 1 3/4 yards, and then background fabrics I need 10 3/8 of a yard, so I need 10 different colors in that. Well, I could just do a couple of, you know, because basically right there you've got all the colors here and then your background colors here. So I don't know, I'll have to figure this out, how to do the background colors. I could do all the background colors one color, and then of course the footballs are brown, and then the white is already on there, and bring in a different color for the borders. I could also do school colors. One is Landon's is black, white, and yellow, and Riker's is black, orange, and white. So I could do that. I could make it out of school colors, and I'll think about that. I might do that for that. So anyway, so my thought process is I might run up to Joann's and see, because they're having a big sale on their fabric too. I think by Wednesday, I might be able to go up Wednesday or Thursday, and at least get the fabric for all 3 of these, get 3 containers, so that when I get home, then I can put them in the containers with the pattern and the names, and then that way I know this is for Christmas, and I can start with the basketball one first, and then the football one I will, you know, cut everything out for both of them, and, you know, sew them all at the same time. I guess it'd be like making a giant queen size, because this one only comes in the throw size is 60 by 75, so it'd be like making a big queen size. So I could do that. I've made queen sizes before. But anyways, so I was looking at that as I'm out here in the sunroom, and then I brought out the shawl that I've been crocheting on. I'll see if I can show you some of it. I did try it on. I'm going to really like this one when it's done. So this is by Ophelia Talks. She is on YouTube. I'll try to remember. I better write all this down. If I forget to post anything and you want information, please comment, and then I'll go back and look it up and I will add it in the description box. But basically the reason I like this one is because the center back is solid, so you don't have any of the holes for the wind to come through. And then the wings of it, as I call it, is, she calls it the window box. And they're on both sides, and that's what goes over your arms. Now when I put this over me, this covered right down to my elbows, and I'm only halfway there. So I am going to do it the full 60 rows because I want something that's going to be like a throw blanket around my shoulders. And the backing of it came down to almost the middle of my back. So, but y'all, I'm a pretty big gal yet, so I kind of need something a little bit big. And I'm using, out of my stash, I am using Pound of Love. It is Lion Brand yarns, and it is a medium number 4. It recommends a J hook, and I am using, not a J hook, I'm using an I because that's what she recommended. And I did try it with the J, and I didn't like, it was too big. I didn't like the definition of the stitches. So and this one is machine wash and dry, 100% acrylic. And I had bought this for a blanket, and I'm telling you, this is so squishy and soft. So other than that, I'm just kind of I want to say relaxing, chillaxing, as they would say, and trying to stay. I'm not hungry and I don't want to munch. I'm just not too overly hungry. You saw breakfast, and then for lunch you would have saw a picture of it. It was the brioche bread that I just felt like having toast with peanut butter on it. I had, between the 2 slices, a half a tablespoon of peanut butter, because when your bread is toasted and it's nice and hot, you don't need as much peanut butter because it just melts it, and it's just perfect. And I used I used half of a tablespoon of butter on both slices, because what I do is I put the peanut butter on the toast first, and then I take a little bit of butter, and that melts right on top of that melted peanut butter, and it is so good. So I had that, and then I had a cut up apple, and for a snack you would have saw I had the string cheese. And now I have saltines. I had 5 saltines because when I take my Advil, I like to have something on my tummy. And I got my second glass of pink, Crystal Light pink lemonade in my big old ball jar here. This is my second one, my big old mason jar. So I just wanted to pop on. This is going to be a much longer video, but I hope you're staying strong. I hope that no matter what you're facing in your journey, that you still believe in yourself. It seems like everybody's struggling right now, and I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the time of year and stuff like that. But please do not give up on yourself. Stay strong. Do the best you can, even if it's just one meal. If all you can do, if you have not been tracking and you know you need to track, pick one meal. And out of that meal, Pick one item out of that you're just going to track. And then give yourself praise for doing that. If you've tracked everything and you have blown all your points and you're in the negative, praise yourself because you're tracking and you're being accountable to you. It will get better. It has to. I have to tell myself that all the time. It will get better. If I continue to do what is right, what is I'm supposed to be doing, as long as I'm not stopping and I'm still trying, the inches are going to fall, the weight's going to fall, and things will turn around and they will be better. So I hope that you enjoy your weekend. I'm going to sit here and watch the tiny snowflakes fall. We're supposed to get like a ½ an inch today. And I'm just going to enjoy the quietness of the sunroom. Mr. Jerry's out working in his area. So y'all stay strong, my friends, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for listening, as always.